G'day folks, good morning. Currently in Geelong, Victoria. I'm down on the Bayside area after spending the night in a unfortunately very expensive hotel. That's what you get when you book in at midnight, really, isn't it? Anyway, so I'm just on the hunt for something to eat, and then it's time to start heading north on my way back up to Newcastle, and then eventually on to home. But I thought I'd have a quick look down here, see what there is. Apparently there's a whole pile of places to get food just down here, so I thought that sounds like a really good plan, really, get food. G'day folks, my name's Simon. I'd like to welcome you back to my channel. This channel is all about motorcycles, adventure, camping and touring, or as I like to call it, Mad Cat. Wow, might be hard to find food down here if there's this many people. This is kind of crazy, isn't it? So I gave up on trying to get some food down on the waterfront because there is literally hundreds of people in the open air places there, all sitting down and eating, and it's like, no, maybe not, I'll just avoid that. I think this is going to lead me back down there actually. So I figured I'm just going to get on the road heading north again, and I'll find something. So anyway, I've got to work out how to get out of Geelong. It's a pretty big place, surprisingly. I never thought it was this big. And then I'll get back out onto the motorway, and unfortunately that's going to be most of my day, is the motorway. Right, nice big mural up there. Well, Geelong is definitely a lover of traffic lights. Well, that's a lovely old building, 1872. Looks like it was probably a pub or something at one point. What's it now? National Wool Museum. Ah, okay, so it's probably the wool stores back in the day, not a pub. I'd like some time to be able to explore around down here and that sort of thing, but sadly not this trip. Next trip I'll get more time down south because I don't plan on getting stopped by rain. There's a couple of nice old buildings around in Geelong city centre, but yeah, stupid me, forgot that the camera wasn't recording at that time. I just got a view of Melbourne CBD off in front of me. I mean, Melbourne's very close actually. I just saw a sign saying welcome to Melbourne. I'm not going down there, but I thought I might try and get it on camera. Just coming into view over that car there now. I'll try and get around this traffic in a minute. I don't think I'm going to be honest. Gotta love it when you get traffic like this on a motorway. I can just make out the buildings the other side of the bridges up there, but GoPro probably won't pick them up because they're pretty crap at anything that's distant. Anyway, we might get a bit more of a view of them shortly because I've got another 8 kilometres, nearly 9 kilometres to do on this motorway before I turn northbound onto what I think will probably be the Hume Motorway. This is ridiculous, isn't it? It's a public holiday, it makes you wonder what the heck these people are all doing out, doesn't it? I don't like being stuck in one of the middle lanes here, because I've got no escape route at the moment. The traffic merging in everywhere, so probably not much I can do. Porsche Cayman. Okay. Somebody with way too much money. Like, I appreciate Porsche, but what's the point of it when you can't do over 110 kilometres an hour anywhere in Australia, you know? Oh, except in the Northern Territory where it's 130, but it's an awfully long way to drive to do an extra 20 kilometres an hour. The Northern Territory at one point, years ago, didn't have any speed limits up and down the Stuart Highway. Basically, you could go as fast as you wanted. And what that meant was that a lot of car manufacturers from all around the world would bring their cars out to test in the Northern Territory. Then successive governments have stuffed around with it for a while, and one reintroduced no speed limits between Alice Springs and Tennant Creek, and gee whiz. Don't like that when we stop suddenly and I've got to watch the cars behind me getting real close. I don't know if I'm allowed to lane split here in Victoria. I'm not sure on the legal requirements over that. But the problem with all the panniers on the back is, like, I'd get up to a point like this and I'd have to stop anyway. Oh, I hate traffic like this. It really becomes quite unnerving when they keep jumping on their brakes, etc. I think it's just the amount of traffic. Is this what Los Angeles is like this? We've got these massive motorways and everyone's just crawling along. That's what you see on the movies. So the CBD's over there. You can actually probably see the buildings now, and that's Melbourne. But I'm not going there on this trip, sorry. I will, however, investigate Melbourne on my next trip south. And see what it's got to offer. There's some gorgeous old buildings in Melbourne too. I haven't been in Melbourne in years. I do like Melbourne though. Apparently it's like one of the world's most livable cities, which makes it kind of interesting. Sydney's up there in that list, but Sydney's far more expensive than Melbourne, which makes it less of a desirable, livable city. But yeah, Melbourne is one of the most livable cities in the world. It's always up in the top 5 worldwide for places that people want to live, and that has all the stuff that you want to do and things that you want in a city. It's clearly got traffic problems though. Nice to see that he ignored the solid white line that said you weren't supposed to merge across. There we go, Hume Freeway, straight ahead. Sounds good to me. So I pulled up to grab a sandwich and fuel up. And I've just been watching this southbound traffic heading towards Melbourne. And geez, it's slow. Like, they'd probably be lucky to be doing 60 kilometres an hour through there. They keep slowing down even more and then speeding up a little bit and then slowing down a heap again. So glad I'm heading north. Anyway, so I was just noticing something, and I'll close these vents up and try and cut out some of that wind noise. So I was noticing that I saw that Amanda Zitto commented on one of my comments on her videos, so I thought I'd say hi again. Hi Amanda. But I think it's quite interesting because, like, when you look around on Instagram or on YouTube and so on, the sort of people who do long motorcycle touring stuff is actually limited to probably only, you know, a few dozen people. And the sort of people that are looking to go international with it is probably limited down to like a dozen people sort of thing, which is kind of cool. I suppose it kind of means that when I do go international, I'll be part of a very select club, won't I? I mean, it'll be a little while before I can do it because I've got to wait for our vaccines to be rolled out in Australia, and that seems to be taking forever. And I've got to wait for the Australian government to reopen the borders, because right now Australians can't even leave Puckapunyal. So this is where I did the road the other day, coming down and went off to Puckapunyal, headed out west. So yeah, right now with the borders closed, Australians can't even leave our own country. So we're basically stuck here right at the moment. Whether that's for the better or for the worse, who knows? But by and large, I suppose we've had very few cases when you look at a worldwide scale of the coronavirus. So I suppose we are quite lucky in that. I mean, I can't say I like the fact that I can't just go basically ready, the bike's all ready, you know, all kitted up and ready to do the trip. I mean, I know it's going to take me a long time. You know, I mean, this could be 4 or 5 years, maybe longer, especially if you look at the amount of time I spent in certain parts of Victoria, like, you know, 3 days here, 4 days there, that sort of thing. Like, it adds up pretty quick. But I'm not too worried about that. But prior to leaving Australia, I do want to get my YouTube channel bigger and bigger, because of course that way then I can start actually doing the sort of things that you guys want to see as well. Well, that tyre was wrecked. So what I will ask of you guys, those of you who follow me right now, those of you who are subscribed to my channel or follow me on Instagram or Twitter or Facebook or whatever, please do me a favour. Help me grow this channel. And to be honest, the best way you can help me to grow this channel is to hit that like button on my videos. Make sure you've subscribed to my channel, and if you could do one more favour for me, I'd really like it if you could pick one of my videos, any one you like, and share it on your Facebook. The reason why I ask that of you is because, I mean, I've got 500 people on my Facebook. It's not many people, but some people have thousands. But why I'm asking is because at least every single person on the planet who has Facebook has at least one person in their Facebook who's into motorbikes or into camping or into traveling and exploring. So if I can get you guys to like the channel, like the videos, subscribe to the channel and share at least one of my videos, doesn't matter which one, whatever one you like, or whatever one you think your friends might actually like. It gets the word out there and it might get a few more subscribers. If there's something you like, share it. And hey, if there's something you don't like, drop me a comment on a video telling me what it was you didn't like, because that way I can improve what I'm doing and make it hopefully better and more entertaining for you guys. Because after all, like, I mean, while I'm doing these trips for me, I want to try and make it as fun, entertaining and informative as I can for you guys as well. Because after all, you guys are the ones that are going to be sitting there watching all these videos that I spend hours making. So I want to make it so that literally every week you're waiting for Wednesday morning at 9 AM Sydney time to see the latest video. Or once I get a bit busier and a bit bigger with the channel, then maybe I can put out videos twice a week. Maybe I can do that Wednesday morning and that Saturday afternoon thing every week. And then hopefully by the time I manage to actually get off to start traveling the world, maybe if I'm very, very lucky, I might be able to put out a new video Monday, Wednesday, Friday or something like that. So anyway guys, do us a favour, hit the like button, subscribe and share one of my videos, anyone you like. I'm not bothered at all. I mean, you can share the channel intro video that's on there that gives people an idea of what the channel's about or whatever. When you share the video, maybe say, you know, this guy's trying to get some subscribers if you're into motorbikes, if you're into camping, if you're into touring or moto touring or just traveling around and looking at different things, check this channel out, subscribe to it, you know. And maybe if every single person who's following me right now does that, I might get an extra few hundred subscribers. Southbound traffic is at a standstill. Boo, hiss, boo. There's motorways for you. That's the worst thing about a motorway. If you're on it and it stops, you're trapped. About another hour and a half until I get to Albury Wodonga. And for those of you not familiar with Australia, Albury is on the New South Wales side and Wodonga is on the Victorian side. And they commonly refer to them as Albury Wodonga, albeit that they are two towns and two states. But it's usually referred to as Albury Wodonga because they're basically like sister towns or sister cities, whatever. And they've got the Murray River running right through the middle of them. I'm almost considering going back off over to Beechworth and having a bit of a look around, but again, sadly, that's going to have to wait because Beechworth is one of those places where I'm sure I could quite easily spend a couple of days there. And right at the moment, I just want to make up some kilometres on my way north and just get there. All over to the right there, massive big solar farm, like it's huge. Good to see. Anyway, so yeah, I'm going to pull up and fix that bug in a few minutes, and then Wodonga's 46 kilometres away, so about 25 minutes or so, maybe a bit less, maybe 20 minutes. So when you pull up into a nice little rest area like this where there's you know, all sorts of cool stuff here, like just behind me here, let me turn around so you can see it, just here is electric barbecue, so you don't even have to put any money in or anything. You just push the button and the barbecue starts up. There's a whole big toilet block here, and there's mains water coming in and all sorts of stuff. And it's really quite interesting because we do this sort of stuff well in Australia. Rest areas are important because obviously truck drivers need somewhere to go and that sort of thing. Not bad at all. And plenty of sticks to start my little stick fire. Absolutely heaps of them. water up there. I've got a couple of freeze-dried meals in my panniers, so no dramas with food. I keep them for exactly this reason. I suddenly go, oh, I might stop there. And that makes them perfect, really. So, excited for actually sleeping outside again after staying in lots of places recently. Time to get this show on the road, eh? Well, no, get this camp set up, whatever. You know what I mean. Well, camp's done. Anyway, time to look at going and getting some water so I can make up some food, and then I'll start this fire up. I'm not going to start it until I've got everything ready. So this little rest area has got lights all around it, which is good. Because when I finished my cooking, I'll be invisible. There's only one downside to it, and that's the railway line, because that's really quite noisy. Just had a train go through then, and it's, yeah, they were quite loud. But that's okay. I will cope with that because the trains won't be there, you know, like for the entire time. They go through, they're gone. Anyway, it's time for me to sort out my dinner, and I'll chat with you in the morning. Good night.